Hello there, good people. Patricia here. So glad to be here with you today as we talk about, man, have you ever been working on a project, a dream, a goal, and you're looking around and there's nobody standing with you? And you're like, am I really doing this by myself? So sometimes it seems like it's a really lonely road to the next level. And that's what I want to talk about today and how to feel that in the moment and then also not be weighed down by that feeling because there really is some support that sometimes we're not really tapping into and that we probably need to, right? In order to really get there and how to do that, right? So before we jump in, please remember to hit the thumbs up and like button or subscribe to the channel to help push this revived channel out to the YouTube world and help others who are looking to become better versions of themselves in their leadership with their jobs or their careers or their businesses, who are looking to build some really authentic relationships for the long haul, um, do their work in an empowered way, and how remember how to take care of themselves for real in the process of all of that, right? So that's what this channel is about, and I would love to continue to share that with so many more of you. Okay, so here's the thing. I have been working on some pivots in the work that I've done because things have been changing really in the last, it's more than 2 years now. I'm looking at it's really been three. And every time you thought, okay, that's enough of that shift, it's not done. It's like, no, there's still more shifting. So last year, I actually took some really deliberate steps to shift by stopping some work that I was doing on uh, my uh, Coffee Time Career Chat work, basically lives and podcasts that I've been doing for like, I don't know, 9 years or something like that. And I made a active, deliberate decision to not do any new work on that at all, to repurpose for the entire year, and so I could focus on what was next and like what is it that I really want to do next and how do I want to do it. And that's really challenging because the market was crazy all over the place. People started being scared about, investing in themselves, even though they really need to do it. So many people. And that affects my own ability. I'm like, okay, wait, am I off? And having to do the deep dive within myself to say, no, you're not off. Like, let's do some things to figure out what I need to do next, what I want to do next, and what do I preserve moving into this next realm, and what do I just completely let go of. So that was a whole process and still had been going through that. And the thing is, when you get to a point, you really start thinking like, am I crazy? Did I miss something? Because I'm looking around and I'm just like, no, no one's here. Seems like no one's here. And that might be rough. And there are people in your lives who will feel offended by saying that, right? Because they're like, well, yes, I always support you. And the reality of is that when you get to a certain point in your goal, in your achievement, in your growth, there are just going to be some things that other people are not going to understand because only you can experience it, and there's a point in the transformation that's all you. Like it's just all you. And some of that includes feeling like the folks around you don't get it, or they're not around you anymore because they don't get it, you know? And that's unfortunately a part of life. Like that's a part of growth, which I admit to having trouble with down through the years because, people pleaser, want to keep people around, help people do the next thing. So busy trying to help other people keep their stuff together that mine's falling apart. And I'm falling apart because I haven't been putting that same level of effort and time into myself. This wasn't going to be a self care conversation, but there are absolutely elements of it embedded in this. So, that said, the question then becomes, well, what do you do when you get to that point? Like, how do you address that? And one of the things that I will say is really important is one, try not to get in your own head. And number two, when you get in your own head, because it's going to happen, don't stay there long. And that's just honest because again, we're human and we will get into our own heads about, oh, well, gosh, you know, maybe there's something about what I'm doing that's not right. And that's why I'm not getting the support or whatever. Guess what? Half the time, I've learned this the hard way as well. Half the time, other people are not thinking about what it is you are doing because they're too busy worried about their own stuff. How's that for a little bit of truth? Y'all, the moments that realization came to be for me, part of me was like, oh my gosh. And other parts of me are like, oh my God. It's like, how much energy have I wasted over the years worried about what someone else was thinking or how I thought they might feel about the things that I'm doing, when in reality, they had no clue. They were too busy being wrapped up in their own stuff. So that's that part of, like I said, of getting out of your own head when it happens and try to do that as quickly as possible by like doing a quick like, hey, let's get present. Let's get back to right now. And where am I right now? And what am I doing right now? Right? And when you're doing that, then the next thing to do also is to say, okay, so it's a lie that there's no one around to support me because normally that's factual. There's always someone. The question is whether you recognize them or if you're recognizing the support that they are providing, right? And I know for me, uh, this was a really tough one because there were multiple things going on at the same time over the course of several years. It was really crazy. The business was just doing all kinds of crazy things and not in a good way. Life was lifing. Uh, uh, Friends and family relationships were just, I mean, like, there was stuff going on everywhere. And that's not even an exaggeration. At some point, I have to put it all like down in writing in a book for real because it was a lot. I can look back and see it now that I've come up through it, and I'm like, that was a lot. And it became almost overwhelming uh, in a very, very bad way because I was definitely in my head by that point. And also because there was just like, oh my God, no one's here. And I had this realization because there were some long term relationships that had taken a major shift and dive, and it was just really hard to deal with, and I was having a very difficult time dealing with that, while at the same time lifing, while at the same time life, and I literally had to sit down and tell myself that is not the truth. Like, there are people, there are, and when I started actually having to write it down, I realized not only were there people, there were lots of them, but I just hadn't viewed them in that way because these others were so close that I wasn't looking at these other ones that were close as well, just not in the same way. And that there were these other decades long friendships and relationships that I'd had in other ways that had been stepping up, right? I hadn't thought of it in that way, but then I'm like, oh, and others who were checking in and learning that, hey, I was not too old to learn or to gain new friends or to make new friends that you could actually trust, um, because I had done that from a group of women that I'd gotten close to during the pandemic, through a business group that I was a part of. And even though none of us, which is hilarious, none of us are part of that group anymore, there is a core of us that still stay in touch with each other through social media, through messaging, through phone calls, through actual visits. And when I was able to come up for air and to realize that, there was this, I mean, I'm feeling it now. There was this like release of, it's okay. It is okay. It's going to be okay. Because there is support. There is someone who maybe understands. And if they don't understand, it doesn't matter. They're like, yes, but I'm here. I support you. What's next? One of my dear business friends that we've developed this great relationship down through the years, um, in the last like 5 years, if that long, live in another state. We technically have never met in person. All of our communication has been virtual, phone calls, Zoom calls, text messages, messenger messages, all of that. Sharing life moments, sharing difficult moments, and shoring each other up and doing a check in. I'm like, hey, how are you doing? What's going on? You know, all of that. And I am so thankful for that, because as I look forward to what is next, it is some of these people who understand it, because they're not relying on some old version of Patricia to test me against. They don't know her. They don't know Patricia for 20 years ago. And it's not that they don't care about her, but they do know Patricia like right now and in more recent years, and like excited about listening about what's next. What are you looking to do? What are you wanting to do? And exchanging that energy with each other. And that's just been so powerful and so reassuring. And it's so uplifting, especially when you're in the midst of a major transition, a major transformation. Acknowledging that, yes, there are some things and people that will drop off, but there are others who are coming on board. And guess what? Some of them are already there. They're just shifting position. Oh, ooh, that's so powerful to me. They've shifted position and you didn't even realize it until you sit down with it and really think about it. And I promise you, that is already in play for you as well. When I've had these types of conversations with clients who are in transition, we're coaching through a situation, a major career transition, that's normally, the biggest one. And let's say a life moment hits or whatever, having those conversations about, hey, here's who and what to look for in the midst of this transformation, in the midst of this transition. That is so powerful to have moving into it, and to know that I feel really uncertain right now, but there's a shift. And guess what? There are some new people stepping up, and I just have to become more aware of who those people are, what those situations are, what those opportunities are. And then allow yourself to be excited about it. Be happy with it. Enjoy it. Supposed to fretting over it like I did for so long. Good grief. Okay. So those are the thoughts there. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Let me know, have you experienced some of this before? Are you going through it now? And if you're needing support, let me know as well. And maybe we can, get on a call, and or you can DM me some things and figure out, what are some resources for you to tap into. Sometimes it may be a coach, it may be a therapist, it may be a trusted confidant, right? Whatever it is, whoever it is, don't sell yourself short. Go get that help. Go reach out for that support. Okay? Get the things that will help you identify and light that path. Lay out those lovely little lights that will light the path moving forward. Uh, and it it's going to be fantastic. I'm telling you, celebrate who you are every single day, because you're worth it, and you have a level of authenticity that can take you to a new level. We all do. So find out what that is for you, identifying who you are fully in yourself, so that you can feel and be empowered by that. And then go celebrate it every day. Find one thing to celebrate. Okay? All right. That's it for now. And we will see you in the next video. Take care.